Hey, Mom.
You know how you was telling me that on the train when you're riding, you get lightheaded and sweaty? I read that that could be your blood sugar being low. So I'm thinking you should start maybe like carrying some snacks in your bag.
Yep.
Okay?
Oh, okay, Mom. Yes, it does.
Okay, love you.
Love you too.
Bye.
Bye. The second that people find out that you're pregnant, all of a sudden, like, you just get kind of bombarded with millions and millions of questions and concerns and you know, advice, and you should be doing this and think about doing that, and well, I did this and you ended up fine, so. How do you ladies like kind of navigate those situations? Because like I'm hearing a lot that it's like mainly coming from family and like the people closest to you, right? And I don't know, for me, I'm like, where is that line? At one point do I need to have like a sit down conversation?
It's not always the person, it's how they offer the advice, right? So like if they're like, I did this, it's the only way you can do it. You have to read this book because like, if not, you're not doing it right. That is something that's really not welcome. Versus like, oh, this worked for me and it could work for you. Right. And you're like more willing to take that and take it to heart.
Yes. I agree.
Yeah. My mom and I are really close, so I can be like, all right, Mom, nobody does that anymore, and it's like fine. We can be like flat out honest with each other, and nobody gets offended. Yeah. But I have to say, my favorite piece of advice I got was from my sister-in-law, which was the best piece of advice is don't take any advice. And like, ever since I got that, every time somebody gives me advice, I'm like, okay, thanks. Or it's just like, whatever, and move on. They say what they need to, and maybe you take it, maybe you don't, but it's nice that people care.
I would just smile and nod. Thank you very much, but I think, you know, I'll do my own thing.
And my mom is the complete opposite of yours. So it took me literally losing my mind and going crazy and having a full-out meltdown for her to finally back off. Yes.
Oh, I definitely have meltdowns, but with my husband, because he's the only one that knew for a long time. But I feel like it was because he was micromanaging my diet. He was like policing how much sugar I had, and I was just like, no. Can you read these books for me real quick? Because according to science, it's all good.
So what are some questions that you are tired of hearing?
The question that bothered me the most when I was pregnant was, what is your birth plan?
I feel like too, if it's your first pregnancy, like I'm like, I wouldn't even know how to answer that. I'm like, I don't know.
Right, exactly.
You know, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah. It comes out, right? And that's that.
It just comes.
Right.
The doctors are gonna be there, right? They'll tell me what to do.
Exactly. Yeah. Are you going to have a doula, midwife, you know, like all of those questions, which are valid and interesting and everyone's personal decision, but...
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you.
Talk about it,
Even if you had one, why would you tell them?
Yeah.
What about you?
I don't think I've ever had anyone ask me how I'm feeling.
Stop.
No, I'm
how
serious.
Are you feeling?
I'm good.
That's not true. I asked you this morning.
Okay, that's right, you did. Sorry, okay. It's been a long time. I get, are you excited? I get that a lot. Or, oh my God, are you pregnant? No. And then I keep walking. No. So those are two big ones for me.
Yeah.
The are you excited? Because my answer is always no. It is. I'm just having my own issues with this situation, but I'm getting there.
Well, and I feel like along with that, like, are you excited? Like, I feel like most of the time people have already decided what the answer is.
Exactly.
Which is,
Yes.
So it's like, you're not really ready to have this conversation, and I know you're not, so we should just move on.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. Totally. What's something that you wish people would ask you now?
Would you like a massage? I always need to be... I just feel swollen all the time.
Yeah.
So any kind of like touch or like support makes me feel so good.
I was actually surprised. I thought I'd get more questions like about my baby and the future of my baby, but I've been getting a lot of questions just about like me, and I like that because I'm like, this is about me right now, because it's gonna be about him in like a few months, and like me. And so there's no question that I'm longing for, because I'm surprisingly like getting these really like nice, thoughtful questions about myself that I wasn't expecting to get at all.
I think the more that people ask about me specifically and less about pregnancy or childbirth or, you know, parenting, the better I feel, because I'm like, oh, it feels like then like more personal, like you actually care about me and how I'm feeling, as opposed to imposing on my pregnancy journey. It's more like, you know, do you need anything?